back again. We're talking today about the benefits of coaching. Now, can any minister benefit from being a coach? Like, is being a coach an actual benefit to the person who's doing the coaching, not just to the person who's being coached?
Yeah, absolutely. Every minister should be coaching. So all our ministry leadership has to include that as some part of what we do. If I'm leading a group of people and I want to move beyond just being the person who does the ministry to actually building a team who do the ministry, then I've got to learn how to step back and lead others who are leading others, and that will include me, therefore, coaching them in what they're doing. So all ministers need to be coaches in some fashion.
Okay, so what you'd actually say is it's a spiritual imperative to become a coach. Like, you've actually got to do that because you're handing on the baton, so to speak, to the next line of people to take over.
Yeah, well, in my view, you've got a series of leadership levels you need to move up, and one of them is to learn to lead others and then lead leaders. But in leading others, there's two dimensions. It's leading others in spiritual maturity, and we trust all pastors can speak the word of God prayerfully into others' lives and grow them spiritually. But I also need to lead others, because the scale of the need is so great, I need to build a multiplying team. And so I need to lead others in terms of their participation in the ministries, in serving and being on a team together, which therefore means I need to learn how, and I think they're quite different skills, actually. I think pastoring someone, discipling someone is a skill. But another skill is recruiting people to ministries, delegating, managing them in leadership, strengthening, and that's coaching is part of that whole picture. And if we don't do that part, our ministries will never get bigger than us, so we won't reach many people.
Well, a lot of people would say, okay, I know how to coach. You've been a coach for a long time. Did you feel that way, or do you feel like that you've actually benefited from formally learning how to coach?
Yeah, look, I think the kind of guys we've got around who are inputting into coaching are really very good. And so, Cole, Craig, John, we've got guys who have thought a lot about coaching, and I pick up stuff all the time. I'm intuitive, so I kind of work with people and kind of move through things. But there's just the little, the GROW model and various other models that just help you make sure you're a little bit more deliberate. You don't miss pieces. You take people through a process that they can learn a process. Those things are really, really helpful, and to have some input into that is good.
And while you're actually while you're actually doing that coaching, you're modelling that coaching. So I guess you're even teaching somebody else how to coach.
Yeah, of course. So if I'm coaching someone who's a church planter or a leader of a church, then I'm actually helping them in terms of how they might then lead their leaders, how they might coach others in their congregational setting. And we trust then take on coaching of another planter. So we get this multiplying work throughout Geneva.
Well, Geneva's running formalised coaching clinics, I guess, this year. Would you encourage people to get along?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Not just because you're the director.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's one of our great disappointments is that the ability for us to multiply the work and expand the work is dependent on having high quality, experienced leaders who are around the place, actually now investing back into younger leaders. And one of our disappointments is that we've got a whole bunch like that. I think there's 50 or something active coaching going on in Geneva, but we need 100. We need to keep expanding that. Yeah.
The greater the need of the church planners, the greater the need for the coaches to take care of it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, thanks very much. We're actually going to put up some information about coaching clinics on the screen. But until the next time I see you, it'll be good to actually, dwell on how I can be a better coach.
Totally.